One strike. Play it close, niggas do the most. Hold the chopper sideways, you can meet your ghost. Send a nigga 10 stories when the reapproach. Moving big weight, you should've seen the boat. Play it close, niggas do the most. Hold the chopper sideways, you can meet your ghost. Send a nigga 10 stories when the reap approach. Moving big weight, you should've seen the boat. We are not alike, fuck the hype. Put the toaster to your face and I pull it twice. 1,000 bricks of dope, nigga, this the life. Add a little bait, then I drop the ice. Got some bitches out of state that I sacrifice. Crossing state lines, this the afterlife. Brown paper bags whenever cash in sight. Another 30 in the duffel if you
Go.
ain't right. Most niggas blame the hustle when they math ain't right. Made it out the struggle with a brick of white. 10 G's in the farm with your brother wife. In the 27 Porsche, not the prototype. All you niggas pussy sucker, what's the hype? Better do the right thing like that nigga Spike. I hit a bitch like Ike when it come to white. Talk Tina, not Serena when we hit it like. Play it close, niggas do the most. Hold the chopper sideways, you can meet your ghost. Send a nigga 10 stories when the reap approach. Moving big weight, you should've seen the boat. Play it close, niggas do the most. Hold the chopper sideways, you can meet your ghost. Send a nigga 10 stories when the reap approach. Moving big weight, you should've seen the boat. My wrist cold and still frozen, nigga. You move lows and still old niggas. My shooters move like the army, nigga. Youngin' spit the block, caught a body, nigga. Every other day another homie, nigga. Fetty by the 8 and still dropping, niggas. Watch your tooth decay off this product, nigga. Back in 9-6, we was wildin', nigga. All this fucking pressure kept it solid, nigga. Never fold, never told, be the model, nigga. Chrome 4 or 5 gold hollows, nigga. Louis, lift your soul about $1, nigga. 98 Ja Rule, watch him holler, nigga. Black K in the V when I 100, nigga. Louis 1-3, I'm 100, nigga. Free the whole game in 100, nigga. Play it close, niggas do the most.
You tuned in the All Facts on Pink Sport Podcast. I'm your host, One Trey. I don't let none marinate to get straight to the sauce, everything sauce. You know how I get, you know how it is, you know how I get. Start whipping after the 8-minute mark. Hit that like button, hit that share button. And get back on the algorithm. Hit that subscribe button before you leave. And please go to Santos Boxing to my co-host channel, Santos Boxing. Hit that subscribe button. So once we hit 50 subscribers, we can start this other show on that channel. We're going to bring you the best. We're going to bring you the best. Hey, Shane Boxing, we're going to cook you, little fat ass. We're going to cook you, bro. But besides that, you know, let's ring for recap. Plus boxing, Keyshawn back. Something amazing. Besides that, man, word around town is this.
Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up. Dog hit me up. I'm shorty on my line, told the bitch to call back, cause she getting out of line. Louis, what's the deal? Nigga, we talk. Got a 9 on a mission, nigga, watch we talk. Meet me on the block, tell me everything you know. From the guns to the chips and the kilos of coke. All I see is white. Let my vision flash. Got my hand on them birds, about 100 in cash. Nigga, what's the math? Said I'm rich forever. Ride a trap or die. Got my mind on this cheddar. Wish a nigga would. If a nigga try, leave brains on the step, laying next to his mind. Get it or die. That's the motivation. I tell it how it is. See the bullets penetration. Dog hit me up. Said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up. Said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up. Said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up. Said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Kick the door, hit the floor, homie. See this fall, homie? Leave your brains on the floor, homie. I want your bricks from my crib and the floor, homie. I'm talking dollars and them cents from my drawer, homie.
Link in the chat. Link in the chat.
Left the nigga by stairs where his bra shorty. 200,000 on the wrist and spent the charm on it. Dump a nigga on his neck, that's a prize moment. Real niggas up the back, you know, bases loaded. Pussy tried to walk me off, hit a crazy homie. Bent the block, ducked 10, left him in the coma. Northside, Illidale, you know, son of Cobra. Big dog in the pit. The dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Niggas don't be who they say they are.
They grab this coffee real fast. After that, to be at the 8-minute mark and start cooking up. You know, let's get it.
These niggas never staying on 10. Yeah, niggas weighing them birds, you know we get them in heavy. Switch on a 4, I hold that motherfucker steady. Kicks by the oil, you see them diamonds in that present. 9 or more, cause a nigga scale wealthy. You bitches be whores, line a nigga for that cheddar. Crack the back door, hold a 9 to whoever. Young in the slide, leave your brains on your brother. You know you fucked up when you raised by a sucker. Made $1 million on the block, fuck the op and you busters. Homie turned op, got shot with his brother. Nigga told the cops, came to court with his mother. Pussy took the stand, still told on a brother. Weigh 1,000 grams, feet on land with them killers. Back to back coupe, see the roof near the engine. Niggas not 100, always blunted on a mission. Bitch, I'm in position while you pussies get evicted. Niggas never stood on nothing. You niggas never stood for something. How the fuck you him? Tell me, how the fuck you him? And you can't even stand in your own shit, nigga. 5 for a zip, watch how I whip. Watch it jump 5 grams when I'm locking that shit. Pussy nigga told and he fold like 6. Nigga sold his soul, did it all for a bitch. Get him in the hole, move a load every trip. Money making Mitch, double up, very flip. Niggas talk bags, blew a band on a brick. Gross a half a key, now you up on a strip. Came a long way from 9 when I got to a brick. Your right hand a lie, just the vibe with a bitch. Never stick to the code, so what's the honor in men? If you never took a loss, just the honor of a friend. Then he turned his back, just to line your kin. Roll for a rat, you can die with them. Pussy niggas soft, now you fraud with them. Bitch, I'm a dog, did it all for them. Win. Never fold, never told. Never took the stand. Did my time like a motherfucking man.
It's time to cook. It's time to cook. Let's talk it. We lit. I'm here. And I'ma talk it. It's boxing, baby. Link in the chat. You know, I gotta do this. Link in the chat. We're gonna stay lit. It's boxing, baby. It's boxing. It's boxing. You know, I'm here to bring you everything. We here for everything. We here for everything. Boxing news. But you know, we're gonna start off with the recap. Ring Magazine recap, Ring 4 recap. Where should we start? Shout out to Jersey's finest. You know, Mick came through, pulled it off. You know, tough fight for him, but he came through, pulled it off. If I'm not mistaken, got the stoppage. Rodney Shields in his corner was a great fight. That's why I'm gonna start off from there. You know, great fight. But This is where the fight started at. Abdullah Mason, Sam Notes. Um, I gave all of y'all 2 days to cook. And I'm watching people saying that Abdullah Mason, it was a draw. I'm hearing people saying something that was a draw, and I'm looking at these guys like, are y'all for real? Are y'all kidding me? Abdullah, Sam Notes did not force Abdullah to fight his fight. Abdullah just went and said, I'm going to beat you at your own style. Hurted the guy too many times and could have got him out of here. Did the ropes save Sam Notes? Yes. If them ropes wasn't there, Abdullah would have got a knockdown. But one thing I learned about this situation, man, a lot of people on them PEDs, man. Listen, man, these snack fighters, man. I seen this before with American, like with Devin Alexander, if I'm not mistaken, 40. Was it Devin Alexander or Jalen Love? It was one of them guys that fought American in 2014 when Bomac was his trainer. He was on snack, and it's like every time American they punched American, he like his body absorbed the punches and he got bigger. And we knew American was chinny. And it's like, bro, you're not getting knocked out now. Then all of a sudden, when the PD situation happened, the PD scandal happened, he come back and then he back to the old American. But the point I'm getting at is I'm watching people saying the dumbest stuff out of their mouth, man. And at the end of the day, that's not right. It's not right at all. Abdullah Mason put on a spectacular performance. He put on a beautiful performance. He went in there, got the job done. This is what champions do. Sam Notes, he's yo man. He's a British Mexican, man. I can't. He got a Mexican style, And one thing he's a real grimy. And what I mean by that is, shout out to all my real grimies out there in London, out there in the UK, out there in the true Brits, my niggas that take body shots, not these. Because listen, in the world, I'm talking about in the world, you got us live niggas, which is us that'll fuck you up, beat you up and stuff. Then you got the people that been getting picked on, then they go to the gym and trying to be something they not. While us, like, we born for this shit. You understand? We're born champions. We breed it. You understand me? We ain't gotta go to the gym. Nigga, we know how to fight regardless. You understand me? And Sam Notes is one of those guys. Sam Notes is one of them guys. Shout out to Adam Azim. Adam Azim is one of those guys. And the reason I say that, man, because just by looking how a person fight, and the key thing is you got to tighten up your body. And these fighters right here, I see that, not like far Eastern Europeans, but like Central and Western Europeans, like these brothers is taking body shots. They observing body shots. Well, no, Americana couldn't. So just by seeing that, you like, oh, all right. Like Prince not seeing like he could, my God could, like he can absorb them joints. You feel me? Then when you American coming behind him, you like, all right, he got fast hands, but he not the Prince, bro. He not the Prince. You feel me? And I took my hat to Sam Notes. It was a wonderful fight. He never gave up, went out on his shield, and at 135, it's gonna be some heavy opponents for him. And I'm gonna keep it real, man. Sam Notes and my guy Floyd Schofield will be a great fight. That will be a great fight. Sam Notes, Floyd Schofield, will be a great fight. If Floyd Schofield need a challenger or a contender on his resume, this will be heavy. And the reason I say, like, if Jojo Diaz is a great fight, but Floyd Schofield beat them, he beat two former champions, Tevin Farmer and Jojo Diaz. But to beat a contender like a Sam Notes, the fight, after a Jojo Diaz, if he can't get the title shot, just to go the WBO route and get to Abdullah fight, this would be it. Then I watch a lot of people saying, like, he's not ready for, bro, Abdullah Mason is a champion. This is like, we got to stop the marinating in boxing. We got to stop the marinating in boxing. The shit Shakur tweeted, like, Shakur, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. You got an Edwin De Los Santos on your resume, and all you did was ran from me. You got a Williams Zepeda on your resume, and you were gifted. These two fights, you were gifted a title, bro. Like the Edwin De Los Santos, you was gifted a title. The Williams Zepeda fight, bro, you didn't look good. You didn't look sharp. You feel me? You fought his fight, and he beat you. Only people that's saying different is the people that's under the old top ranked HBO ESPN banner. But y'all people will never know because you could tell y'all just started watching boxing now. Abdullah Mason is a champion. Only thing left is give me my mandatories or let's unify. And Shakur, the reason Shakur stated what he stated because he know Abdullah Mason is on that ass. So all Shakur got is either you're going to fight Tank Davis, you're going to unify with Abdullah Mason, you're going to unify the winner out of Andy Cruz and Raymond Montoya. You feel me? Like, come on. What is going to be? What is going to be? Tank got the WBA. Mason got the WBO. Shakur got the WBC. And the IBF title right now, you know, it's already a fight schedule. So the winner out of that is who you going to unify with. Okay, then. Okay, then. So stop saying that because you know this kid is a threat to you because he can say, listen, we can unify then. I'm going to go the WBC route. We can unify. WBO, WBC. Let's get it, man. But y'all people, man, y'all people, all this marination shit got to stop. It's too much marinating in the sport of boxing. The fights happen now, not later, not a year down the line, not 2 years down the line, not 3 years down the line. Why? Because a person can get a loss, and we don't need no losses. It's like with Boots and Virgil, the time is now. It's now, not later. We've been waiting for that fight since 2021, and Virgil ducked Boots how many times? The nigga even got sick 3 times, came back to fight Maurice Hooker, then run the motherfucking 154. Like, come on, bro. Well, right now it's all about the Ring Magazine recap, and that's what it's about, Ring 4 recap. But Dula, he's 20 years old, one of the youngest champions at 135. And his time is now. Everything starts now. 2026 about to be lit. It starts now. On to the next. Bam Rodriguez Puma. I did have Puma for the upset, but I said, you know, Bam can knock him out and get him out of here. I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna get to Bam a beautiful boxing clinic. You know, footwork, angles, punch resistance, punch placements, getting the head out the way every time he shoot his jab. You know, I just want to get to this point right here, right? Because this is what I don't understand. You know, and if it's me because I synced it before. You know, when you watch these snag fighters, when they get punched, it's like they like Incredible Hulk. Remember, the more you hit Incredible Hulk, the angrier he get and the bigger he get. No diddy. And it's like with these fighters, this is what you see. And in the 5th round, when the 5th round over, Bam go to the corner, all you hear Robert Garcia is, can you still feel his power? Bro, why are you saying some dumb stuff like that? I just want to know. You know, because when you got power, it goes up with you, or if you go down, it goes down with you. Either way, right? Then you got certain fighters, you know, we're going to get to that moment in a few, but Snack got to get out of boxing. And the reason I say that because back then there wasn't none of that shit in boxing. Any pill you take, anything you take to help you build, it's called a PED, a performance enhancement, and that's what Snack is. And the crazy thing I say about that, which you know, it's a monopoly behind it, which you know it's a problem behind it because when you fight a Snack fighter, you have to sign up for VADA testing. You have to sign up for VADA testing. And that's where me personally, I get confused there because I'm like, why do you got to sign up for VADA testing? Why you can't sign up with USADA? Why no snack fighter can sign up with USADA? Oh, I get it. Because we seen it with Clarissa Shields. We seen it with Keyshawn, Davis. They test positive for a certain substance. Then they went back. The VADA got tested and they test positive for weed. But Ryan Garcia was smoking weed throughout the whole Devin Haney fight, and that did not pop up in his urine samples. Ostarine. Then when you watch with this Matias situation, which I'm gonna get to, is you watch Eddie Hearn say, well, he gotta vacate the title, become a champion in recess, he can come, because if you know what a champion in recess is, which means is he's still the champion. Which means is the person that you think is the champion is not really the champion. Like when Bud Crawford was at 154 and Charlo the champion in recess, all of them niggas is email champions. You feel me? But this is why I'm getting back to with these snack fighters, because when the 5th round is over, when Bam go to the corner, you hear Robert Garcia a couple of times tell him, can you still feel his power? Snack got to get out of boxing. And the reason I say that, because if you're a snack fighter and a snack fighter, you fight a snack fighter, they're forcing you to take VADA testing. Why y'all want me to take VADA testing so bad? And now when you fight under the ring, you automatically got to take a snack and VADA testing. No other testing. It shows you that these niggas are doping. I'm just keeping it tall, man. I'm 41 years old. I've seen this shit. I done seen niggas take dives. I seen niggas on PDs. I seen niggas with loaded gloves. And I'm gonna get to the Devin Haney situation. See, shout out to Stitch Durant. Stitch Durant know how to rat hands. When you watch Brian Norman Jr. and Devin fight, you knew Dev hands was loaded. Just by look at the marks on your face, look at the cherries on your face. That nigga don't even hit hard, bro. Like, come on, man. But he did it. But I ain't going shit. Like, Devin put on a beautiful performance. But let me get back to Bam Rodriguez. Bam beat the dog shit out of him. You know, and one thing about a broken nose, when you start breathing out your mouth, it's over. It's over. But he went out like a warrior. He went out on his shield, and he put on a performance. But it just was like a sparring situation. But it becomes a sparring situation once you fighting a snack fighter, and the snack fighter's doping up. I'm just saying, though. But let's get to Devin Brian Norman Jr. Shout out my co-host Santos Boxing. Shout out to a video I did when this fight was first announced. I said both of these fighters are chinny. But Brian Norman is more chinnier in the first 3 rounds. He's more chinnier. When he fought Bochica dropped him in the first, and in the third, he floored him 2 times. He got dropped 3 times in that fight. And it became a no contest, right? I did a video on this stating that both fighters are chinny. Both fighters is chinny. And I stated that both fighters can be knocked out. You feel me? But at the end of the day, we looking at Brian Norman Jr. for the knockouts he had, and the last time we seen him in there was C- C+ fighters, which they're like B+ fighters. He got exposed. The Quentin Randall situation, you see, he got exposed. He went the distance. Well, Figueroa showed something different. Bochica, same punch Bochica Cardi with, Dev Cardi with. And that first overhand, that counter punch Dev landed in that first round, I said, it's coming. It's coming. And in the second round, it came. Dev could have finished it, but he played it smart. And the reason I say that, because sometimes you don't want to go in for the kill with a person that's heavy-handed. You feel me? I watch a lot of fighters saying, I know how to take certain things from him. I know how to take certain strategies from him. If a person punch hard, the only strategy you can take is coming in bigger. No diddy. It's coming in oversized. And I watch these rehydration claws, right? I want y'all to look it up. I want you to go to whatever body sanction you like. If you like anybody in the 135 division, I want you to go over there and type up, what is the 135 division rehydration clause, right? And when it pops up, you're going to see like, damn, it's a certain percent. Then I want you to go to every body sanction, every title body sanction from the WBC, WBA, because we all know the IBF got a 10%, right? What shows is you got to be 10% fight night and after the fight. But at WBC, WBA, WBO, IBO, they all don't have that shit. Which they do have it, but these fighters violate. So if the WBC got a 15%, a motherfucker coming over 21%. So now, like, bro, you coming in as a middleweight to 135, bro. Like, come on. And that's how Devin was, man. Dev looked sharp, he looked good, but all he did was smother Norman shots. And Senior gave Junior a bad game plan because, bro, all you got to do is stick behind a jab, bro. You stick behind the jab. And I'm watching people talking about Devin Haney back foot, how it was going up. And no, that's called nervousness, nigga. That's called scared tactic. It's talking about, I don't know which way to go. Like, do I want to run? Do I want to engage? Like, no, I could tell. You can't listen to niggas that got a bunch of ass whoopings on their record. If a motherfucker got a certain amount of wins, like when you look at a journeyman and a nigga like got 11 wins but 72 losses, he got experience in the ring, but he can't teach you how to win because all he is placed there for is to lose. You feel me? And you know, Top Rank the best matchmaking. Well, shout out to Devin Haney for pulling it off, but you didn't fight the best guy at 147. Just like it's time for me to expose how you call Boots out. But with Norman Farjinsaki, right after the fight, y'all contract was signed. So when did you and Boots ever come to negotiations? That's how I catch him in his lie, because he said, well, Boots told me to fight him at 152. But he turned Virgil to fight him at 147 because he's the title. Bro, Devin, you full of shit. Virgil full of shit. All you niggas full of shit. And it's crazy. It's all the Ricks is full of shit. From Rick Renee, the Virgil man, the Rick Merengue, all of these niggas is full of shit. But I'm going to give you your props for fighting a nigga that's not elite. A person that was an email champion. That's what people don't talk about. Devin Haney is a real champion at 147. Brian Norman was the email champion. Don't believe me? Just go back and watch the Giovanni Centennial fight. He won the intern title. Bud was the true WBO champion. Remember that. Bud was the WBO champion. Brian Norman was an intern champ. Just go back and watch the fight. Bunch of email champ. Let you niggas tell it. You know, but that game plan was real. It was vicious, you know, and he put on a clinic. And I always told people, Devin can have a Regis performance. But fuck the Regis performance. I keep forgetting this fighter name where it was the same fight Dev put up. It was a power puncher, and Dev put on a great performance and knocked him out with that overhand. But I keep forgetting this guy's name because I'm not a Devin Haney. I'm not a Devin Haney fan. You feel me? No, I'm just a fan of the sport of boxing. I love the sport of boxing. You know, but shout out to the Haneys. You know, they did that shit, man. They did it. It's one thing I can say, they did it. On to the next, man. David Benavidez, Anthony Yard. Hey, Sergio Mora, what's all of that bullshit you talking? I kept telling y'all, Anthony Yard is just there for David Benavidez to become the Mexican monster again, so he can get the knockouts. That the shit he was doing at 168, he can do it at 175. And he did it. The only problem with Anthony Yard is he don't spar. So it shows that this kid is gifted. He take body shots. He's real gifted. If he was the spar, a Fast Life, what up, what up? What up, my guy, my nigga? You know, if Anthony Yard was the sparring training, he'd be a problem for a lot of fighters. You know, that's why he gassed in the first half. That's why in the first half, he'll win a round, take off a round. He know that. His IQ is bright. But the only problem is he do not spar. And I always had that with him. I'm like, damn, bro, like, it was during the Kovalev fight. You know, he's training, and he's not sparring. And he said, I don't spar. The only time I feel the punches is when I get in the ring. And right there, I learned, I said, man, this kid, he's gifted. But only if he was the spar, he'd be dangerous, man. Why? Because he know how to absorb the shots and take the shots. But the key thing about this is, which I keep saying, these snack fighters is, when Victor Conte, when Devin Haney, Bud Crawford, when Bill Haney told Bud Crawford, You should fight Canelo. Devin Haney gonna fight this. And he told Anthony Yarde you should fight Benavidez. All three of these niggas inside the snack facility getting doped up. I'm just saying though. You know Victor Conte. Rest in peace, Victor Conte, but nigga, you a cheater. And if you ain't a cheater, why do I gotta sign to VADA? Why the fuck do I gotta sign to VADA testing? But besides that, man, hey Rel, what up? My nigga Rel, man. Hey Rel, I gotta learn how to send these motherfucking joints. I'm gonna try right now. Let me see, can I can I send this shit, bro? No, I don't be knowing what I be doing in this shit, man. But yeah, you know, David Benavidez, Zordo Ramirez next. You know, Dave gonna win. This Bivol situation, I got David Benavidez whooping Bivol ass. You know, I'm tired of people saying what happened. And listen, back then sparring was different. Back then you had teachers, real trainers, real coaches. And the reason I state that because you can go to the gym right now. You can pay your son to go to the gym. By next week, he already hitting the bag and hitting the pass. And you looking at that like, bro, what's up with my son's footwork? Then when you come home, you questioning your son, yo, what did you learn? Do you know the rule book? He don't know shit. See, back then when you sparring, you're working on something. But after 2000, doghouse rules, this generation, sparring is totally different. When you get in that ring, it's a fight. It's a fight to the finish. Niggas ain't working on nothing. Niggas ain't doing nothing. Oh, that's something. We gonna fight. You feel me? And he dropped Bivol, right? He dropped Bivol. Every time he sparred Bivol, he whipped his ass. It's gonna be the same outcome. It's gonna be the same outcome. Why do you think Brian Norman Jr. ain't wanted to fight Boots? Because they knew the out. Boots would have finished that day. Boots would have whooped both of their ass the same day. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. You know, but Zordo Ramirez, he's gonna get knocked out by David Benavidez. David Benavidez is gonna go up there. You know, he's gonna be what? No Canelo duck theme. So no what? 3 division champion. You feel me? And unified in 2 situations. You know, that's cool for Dave and Zordo. You know, but after that, you know, who you gonna fight? Like you're gonna hold a title in 2 weight classes, you know, and at the end of the day, people got to go through you. So these big fights will happen. Ja Opataya, you know, it'll be a good fight with Benavidez, but you know, sometimes listen, man, I'm gonna keep it real. You know, I respect every fighter, but sometimes we got to see you in there with the top dogs, you know, and these fighters do get in with the top dogs, but you know, it's our job for the opponents they fighting to show the people like, no, the opponent he fight with somebody. You feel me? And Ja and Benavidez would be a great fight at cruiserweight. 175. You know, Bivol, listen, Bivol and Bittery, that trilogy got to happen. And David Benavidez get the winner out of that. You know, and the reason I say that because we can't let that shit slide. We can't let it slide. And another thing is, you know, Devin Haney and Brian Norman, you know, that can like that can be a rematch situation. Devin Haney can have 2 rivalries. Why? Because you beat a champion and took his belt. Now he won his belt back. You know, I got Ryan knocking out Barrios. You know, and the biggest rematch. That's next year. That'll be the biggest rematch in boxing. No, I'm lying. Canelo and Bud is the biggest rematch in boxing. I'm lying. I'm lying. That's the biggest rematch. I'm talking about $100 million type shit. You understand me? No, this time Ball gonna make the 100 million. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to see him fight fucking Janet Vick. I mean, shout out to Janet Vick, but you got Laura in front of you. Y'all counting Laura out. Y'all got that Cuban boy fucked up. Don't believe me? Go to the amateurs. The Cubans, the best fighters in the world, best boxers in the world, gonna beat the dog shit out of Janet Vick. I'm just letting you know. Only thing can happen is these snack fighters, how they absorb shots. That's all I'm saying. Though. You even heard Sean Porter say that shit. His past situation. And Brian Norman Jr., you should have stood on your toes and stood tall. Like, bro, I'm not taking VADA testing. We can take USADA. And the money you making now, you could have made that shit what? 2 years ago fighting Boots just for the unification, bro. You know? But boxing news, breaking news. Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, co-main event, Keyshawn Davis, Nair Albright. Uh, Me personally, that's a great co-main event. The rematch is back, but the rest of the fights you got to bring the brothers on. It got to be the DB3 brothers versus the Albright brothers. Because after that situation, when Keyshawn, couldn't make weight with the Edwin De La Santo situation, and then they jumped Albright. You feel me? Yo, the brothers got to rumble. You feel me? The brothers got to rumble. This joint gonna be lit. It's a tri-state East Coast situation. This joint gonna be lit, but it's gonna be great fights. It's gonna be great fights. This card gonna be lit. I'm happy to see Keyshawn back. I'm happy to see Nair get his rematch back. Cause it was a no contest. You feel me? And if you really watch that fight, Keyshawn put on a great performance, but Nair exposed him in a lot of situations. But at the end of the day, let's get it. The rematch is only right. It's a no contest and one victory, which nobody won. In the second situation, he up on your brother. He up on your brother. The Albrights up one. You feel me? They up one. So, for Keyshawn to come back and take that fight at 140, great. Great. That shit mean, y'all. That's great. I love it. I love it as a fan. You feel me? I love it as a fan. More boxing news is, Tank back 2026. Tank back. If Shakur beat T.O., Tank and Shakur will fight. Don't tell nobody I told you. Know what I mean? They gonna fight. But besides that, everything is at 140. Tank gonna move up to 140, and if Shakur captured the WBO title at 140, which he will, if it goes the distance, but my nigga T.O. gonna knock him out. T.O. gonna knock him out. People like, why you saying that? Because I'm telling you, Shakur gonna stay on his back foot, and so when he's gonna try to step back, and T.O. gonna catch him with an overhand and put him down. It always happened like that. You feel me? It always happened like that. And we seen T.O. when he fights southpaws, especially when he fight better competition, because everybody was scared of Richard Comey. Like, we're gonna keep it. Lomachenko wasn't gonna fight. He said it. I'm not fighting Richard Comey because he don't like fighting tall fighters. And he told T.O., if you capture a title, I'll fight you. We can go for undisputed. And what my guy did, T.O. won in there second round, KO'd the shit out of Richard Comey. Got him out of here. Him and Loma fought for what? He fought for undisputed, right? Go back and watch the fight. It's for undisputed, bro. It's for undisputed. Because if we're going to keep it tall, then Bud Crawford ain't undisputed. And the reason I state that, because Stanion has been the WBA champion since 2022 when he fought the Russian Olympian guy for the title. I'm just keeping it tall. This is the shit we got to stop with all these titles in boxing. You feel me? Because if a person is super, that means you've been elevated, right? And the title you had, the other person get, which is the real belt. I mean, I'm just saying though, it worked both ways because we watched Devin Haney do the faggot shit. And I'm watching a lot of people saying Cambosis. Nigga, Cambosis is ass. That nigga butt cheeks, bro. If anybody got a Cambosis on their fucking resume, this nigga ass, man. I'm just letting y'all know, man. Like, I watch Richard Hitchison say some bullshit. I'm gonna fight Cambosis. Nigga, Cambosis is not good for your resume, nigga. Russell was a legacy fight. He's good for your resume. His name's bigger than Cambosis. What the fuck Cambosis do? But y'all robbed Teofimo Lopez? Just saying though, go back and watch the fight. When you watch the fight, you're gonna see a different outcome. You're gonna be like, he ain't beat T.O. ass. Oh, he dropped T.O. in the first. T.O. got right back up and dropped him in the first again, and he robbed him for that knockdown. Then when the 10th round came, T.O. dropped him again. He got robbed for that situation. Hey, Rail, I got to, man. These niggas on my ass keep blocking me, man. But it's good, though. I gotta speak it. But at the end of the day, niggas looking at Cambosis like he's something. I ain't trying to see that shit. You know what I mean? And shout out to Hitchens. Do I believe Hitchens is a great boxer? Yes. You can see it. But he don't have the killer instinct. He don't know how to finish the job. You feel me? All right, he dropped whatever but the thing he did to Cambosis is good, but bro, he's damaged goods. That shit was coming. He's damaged goods. You feel me? He's damaged goods. If you look at the Hitchison victory and what you call a victory, the Hitchens victory over Cambosis, right? Look how many times Cambosis has been gifted with victories. Then when you look at the Devin situation, yeah, he can box. He can box though. I'm not getting that wrong. Hitchison can box his ass off, but he ain't got the killer instinct of finishing a fight. Sometimes I watched it with the Limos fight. No Limos was in his ass. With the Paro fight, he got the power to finish it. He got the power to finish it. Especially Coach Lenny got him that way. Like, bro, like you can finish it. You just got to do it. But sometimes one punch can change your outcome. And what I mean by that is all of that shit you train for. Once you get into that fight, nigga put pain on you. Once you feel that power, you like, hold the fuck up. Like the game plan goes straight out the window. You watch Tank said the hardest person out, like the hardest puncher I fought was Rody. He said he kept hitting me. The shit felt like rocks and bricks hit me. You watch Bibble said the one punch power nigga I fought with the most power was Canelo. You feel me? Hitch can finish it. He can hit chins and finish it. But at the end of the day, bro, go for the kill. And that's how I feel about Shakur Stevenson. Me personally, I feel though Shakur got knockout power. Is that whatever he experienced in that ring with Tank and jumped out, he don't want to go through that no more. So that makes his IQ and makes him more smarter and more aware of the situation when he's in a ring and feeling shit. But at the end of the day, bro, finish it. No, finish it. Go for the kill. Because that's why a lot of people look at Shakur like, when Shakur fight, I don't look at Shakur for knockouts. I just look at him to put on a good boxing performance. I'm not worried about Shakur knocking niggas out. I'm not worried about none of that. I'm just watching him, put on a clean boxing clinic. The stick is the main goal. Lead with the stick. Do what you do. You can't be hit. Just like that. But when he started talking about, I'm going to knock niggas out and I'm going to do this, bro, that's not your style. That's not you. We watch you go in and put on a boxing performance. That's all we want to see from you. And you do put asses in seats. And that's a fact. When we watch Tank, we look at Tank to knock niggas out. And when he go the distance, which I'ma always feel in my heart, Pitbull fucked him up. That's all I'm saying. In fact, hey, bro, you can't play with your food. You can't play with your food, especially when that shit cooked up. You gotta eat that shit. You gotta eat everything on that motherfucking meal. You gotta eat everything on that motherfucking plate. But like I said, when I watch Tank fights, I'm looking for the knockout. But when Tank go the distance, we always say, oh, he lost. You know what I mean? But to each his own. I always felt though Pitbull was in his ass from the 1st to the 12th. When I look at a T.O. or a Dev, I know I can get 2 performances out of them. I can get on a cool boxing clinic, or sometimes, they can get the victory and score a knockdown and get a. It's either they're going to get a knockdown, they're going to get knocked out, or they're going to put on a good performance. That's what I see from them brothers. Just like when I watch Boots, is either he's going to beat your ass for 12 rounds or he's going to get you out the way. You feel me? When we watch Bud, ever since we watch Bud, he's going to do the same thing. Tank, Boots, Canelo, David Benavidez, these the fighters that take you to the deep waters and drown your ass. When I watch they fights, that's when they're going to take you to the 8th round to 8 feet. They're going to drown you between 8 feet or 11 feet. They're going to drown your ass. It's all about the deep waters with these fighters. Why? Because they are second half fighters. You got a lot of fighters right now that's not second half fighters. And shout out to Abdullah Mason, going 12 rounds his first time, becoming a WBO champion, put on a spectacular, great performance. What and fought Sam Oates fight and beat the dog shit out of you, but Sam Oates put on a good performance, and his shit was cool, but it wasn't like that though. You feel me? Abdullah ain't come play with his fool. Listen, that shit was beautiful, but now Abdullah learned and he know, like, damn, I can go to the deep waters now. All right, cool. I'm gonna start drowning these niggas in the deep waters, and I promise you, his next fight, he's gonna drown a nigga. By the 8th round, he's gonna drown a nigga. You know what I mean? And he looked good going the distance. But you got a lot of fighters like a Caleb Plant. When we used to watch Sweet Hands before Bread Man, like you seen Sweet Hands first 6, 7 rounds, he good. Then when he go to the late rounds, he just start declining, you know. And when Bread Man got into his corner, you saw like the second half, second wind going into the deep waters. You started seeing him, you know, coming alive. Yeah, hey, bro, Mason the fucking dog, man. I don't know. I watched Shoo said talking about that fight was a draw, bro. What fight you was watching, nigga? What fight you was watching? That shit wasn't no draw. That nigga showed you, said, if I fight my fight, I'll whoop your ass. And if I fight your fight, I'm still whoop your ass. That's what I'm saying. If Andy Cruz become the IBF champion, that's a great fight to make. I just don't like what Shakur said, like, yo, stop, no glazing this young boy. No, nigga, he became a threat to you. That's the problem. Mason became a threat to Shakur. I'm a champion now, nigga. All I got to do is tell Turk, listen, let's unify. But I understand what Shakur trying to go at. And if Shakur beat Tio, I promise y'all, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. We see a Shakur and Tank 2026 just to break the bank. Facts, that shit wasn't a draw at all. That's why I'm looking at Sean Porter and Shushu like, bro, like, yo, y'all prize fighters, bro. You feel me? Like, how y'all stating and saying this shit, bro? That wasn't no draw. It was clearly a person that came to seek and destroy. You feel me? Like, he fought his fight. Said, listen, if I fight you my way, you can't fuck with me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fight your way, and I'm going to beat the dog shit out you. And that's what Mason did. I can shout out to Sam Notes, you know. He can take a body shot, because you know how I feel about these Europeans. These niggas can't take body shots. He was taking body shots, you know. His endurance, his agility was great, you know. But his punch placement was ass. You feel me? You know, that boy looked good doing that shit. And Shakur, that's what you were supposed to do to Williams and Pater. Not have Williams and Pater have you on your back feet the whole fight. All I'm saying, though, I mean, is all I'm saying. But real, that nigga was cooking. Mace was cooking. And it showed me that his chin is strong. That's why, listen, one thing about fighters, y'all, you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit. Now it's all about, can you take that punch? You know, when I watch these guys, Abdullah, Boots, Bud, Tank, even Dev with the Norman, I'm like, bro, like these niggas is taking punches. Like with Dev, when I broke down that situation, I always said Dev's chin is strong until the late rounds. You know, in the late rounds he was smart. You see, he kept smothering Norman shots. Like, nah, this is the in the late rounds. Ryan drowned me, so I'm gonna protect myself. And when he shot that jab, you never seen him come down like this. He kept that shit up. You feel me? That's a person that fixed their mistakes, bro. That's a person who fixed their mistakes. And I salute them for that. I put my foot in my mouth. You feel me? I said Norman by stoppage, Devin by decision. You feel me? And shit, the performance that ball put on, that shit was spectacular. But I told people Devin can put on a Regis performance against Norman. And niggas like, yo, you tripping. Why you say that? Because Norman ain't fight nobody. When he fought Quentin Randall, we seen him had trouble and go the distance. When he fought Bochica, we watched Bochica whoop his ass. And I kept telling y'all, he's chinny the first half of the fight. And what happened? Everything I said happened. It proved that he was chinny. Both fighters are chinny. But Norman is just chinny in the first half of the fight. Devin is chinny in the second half of the fight. You feel me? And the reason I state that, because all right, like Norman, he the type of fighter, once you drop him, now he up. Now he got his feet on the ground. Now he know it's a fight. He got to put on. Dev, he's going to control the fight. He's not going to abandon that jab. Only time Devin abandoned that jab was the second half of the Loma fight. And I always said Devin won that fight. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. When you watch from the first to the fifth, you feel me? Dev was behind that jab that whole fight. That's how he won the first 5 rounds. But then when you get into the second rounds, yeah, you seen Loma had sporadic moments like how Pacquiao used to have back then. Like he'd let you win the first 2 minutes, and then the last minute he'd throw a barrage of punches, like 100 fucking punches, and land 88%. You feel me? That's what Loma was doing to Dev, but Dev won that fight. I'm always say that Dev won that fight. But right here, I see he learned. And this is one of the perfect matches and perfect fights, to go in and display that shit at, you know. But at the end of the day, I thought some shit. Feel me? I created some shit in my mind. I'm like, damn. So he can do that against us, but when he fight Mexican fighters, he run. Bro, you could have beat Jose Ramirez. You feel me? You could have beat him. But that fight right there, that shit should have been a draw because nobody won that fight. Y'all niggas wasn't throwing nothing. If you did, if you rewatch the shit at 0.5, shout out my guy Santos Boxing, you want to see Jose really won that fight. No, but they got to give it to you. They got to gift it to you. And Ryan dropped the bag. But at the end of the day, he didn't. He just can't beat Rolly. You feel me? Ryan can't beat Rolly. Dev can't beat Ryan. And can't none of them beat Tank. It's just real. It's just real. All of these brothers been in the ring with each other. They all know each other. They've been in the amateurs. You know who the dog is. You feel me? And we not talking about y'all fighting and the judge rob y'all. It happens a lot in the amateurs. You might think you got the victory, but since this brother is home or since this brother is cool with the judges, he's going to be awarded the victory. Just saying though, y'all. And then when these fighters turn pro, you see who's the dog. You feel me? You see who's the dog. You see the outcome. You see who's a pure boxer. You see who's a better boxer, who's a better fighter all around. But 135, it's a guy named Gary Russell sitting there, and he's going to become another champion. And that brother is sharper than the motherfucker. You feel me? That'd be a fight. Floyd Schofield, Gary Russell, 135. We got to see this Andy and Raymond Mutaya fight. I'm rocking with Andy. I'm rocking with Andy. I'm not rocking with Andy because he's the business. I'm rocking with Andy because I like him as a fighter. I'm rocking with Andy because Keyshawn Davis was a pro. The last time Keyshawn Davis and Andy Cruz fought, Keyshawn was a pro signing Top Rank, and Andy beat him in the Olympics. I just want y'all to know that Andy beat Keyshawn when he was a pro. When he had a contract, he was signing everything to Top Rank. Don't believe me? Just go back and look at the year they fought and go to his box rec. You're gonna see yourself. I'm just saying though, he already had like 3-4 fights on the Top Rank at that time. I'm just saying though. But Andy is just the Cuban background. You done seen everything. And yes, he's coming into his own phase. Yes, we gotta see, and we seen he can take a punch, but it's the level of competition you taking it from, but we're gonna see Andy put on more. We're gonna see Andy put on more. But I want to get to this one guy, shout out to Hitchens, but bro, you at 140, right? And I watched my guy made the comment. He went on Shane Boxing and made the comment like, call Hitchens out his name. It was like, nigga, you a bitch because you're not trying to fight Gary Russell. You feel me? And you talking about all of this Cambosis shit is good for your resume, but Gary Russell was a bigger name than Cambosis. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. And listen, you fuck with my guy, I gotta hop on your ass, nigga. You fuck with the mob. Shout out my guy H Money. Shout out my guy Real. You fuck with the mob, I'm on your ass. You understand me? You fuck with my nigga Santos, I'm on your ass. You hear me? You fuck with Orthodox TV, 9-5, I'm on your ass. You fuck with my nigga Fast Life Entertainment 35, I'm on your ass. I'm just saying though, I gotta hop on you niggas' asses and cook you niggas because a lot of you motherfuckers don't cook. And a lot of you niggas can't cook. I'm just stating facts, bro. I'm just stating facts. Because it's real in the field, man. It's real in the field. And for more boxing news, right? I want to teach y'all about an A side, right? A person that's the A side. There's two types of A sides, right? Let's say I'm a fighter. I'm not signed to no big promotional company, right? So let's say I go fight Bam Rodriguez, right? I'm going to Matchroom. So since I don't have no promotional, but I'm I'm 15-0 with 14 knockouts, right? I'm 15-0, 14 knockouts, right? Y'all know I'm a dog, but I'm not the A side because I'm coming over here into Matchroom Boxing. Matchroom Boxing putting on, they won the purse bid, so their fighter is the A side. It's all about who win the purse bid, you know, of a boxing company, who's the A side. But you want to know who the real A side is? It's about ticket sales. Can you put asses in the seats? You feel me? Which we watch Boots sell out Philly, Jersey, 6 times. 6 times, right? 6 times. So 3 in Philly, 3 over there, right? Excuse me. Virgil Ortiz, his first fight in Texas, the event holded 3,000. He only had 700 people there, the first event. This event hold 10,000 at the Dickey Stadium. He had, what, like 3,500 people there? It shows that you're not a draw. You feel me? You're not a draw. So how the fuck you trying to fight at the Dallas Stadium if you can't even sell 10,000 tickets? How you're the A side? You never been a champion. You feel me? You never been a champion. And this week, episode 2 of Facts versus Opinions is coming this week. So please, you know, gather up all y'all questions for me because I'm gonna answer them. But you know, I'm gonna break down everybody's resume. I did Boots' resume. Go check out the Facts versus Opinions, the Boots resume, episode 1. It's heavy. It's heavy. You know, and now episode 2 is gonna be about Virgil. Then I'm gonna do Tank Dev. I'm gonna go down the line. You feel me? And I'm gonna mention every fighter at that time who they were. You feel me? But besides that, man, 2026, it's gonna be lit. Um, Diego Pacheco versus Lili Sergio. Like a lot of us gonna say, who the fuck is that? You know? But I'm a person that's here that's gonna say, you know, we're gonna find out who he is. You know, I'm gonna bring his situation up too on the 28th episode of the Cook Up Hour. Because I said the same thing, but you know, I never put my foot in my mouth because I always go back and bring y'all the proof. It's all facts, no opinions. I don't let nothing marinate. We get straight to the sauce, everything sauce. Um, but yeah, shout out my guy H Money Boxing. You know, it's always the mob, nigga. It's always the mob. You know, I'm part of the mob, baby. You know, that's my guy forever. Shout out my nigga Ken Kendro. You know, 9048, y'all. Y'all need to go to his channel, subscribe. He's gonna bring you the real. Listen, everybody I deal with bring you the fucking real. You feel me? Shout out my brother Fast Life 35. You hear me? We all we the shit, baby. Shout out my guy Fast Life. Shout out my co-host Santos Boxing. I need y'all to go to every channel I just named. Go over there and subscribe. Go over there to these brothers' channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. You feel me? Because we the true cookers of this shit. We the niggas in the kitchen every day with that baking soda, nigga. The baking soda, the ice. Sometimes we got a butter knife or we probably use a fork. But nigga, we in that bitch cooking. You feel me? When it's too hot in the kitchen, we in that motherfucker. Y'all the people that step out and create false narratives. So we here to cook my Nixky. And at the end of the day, that's what it is. You know, football. Football. Eagles, Cowboys. You know, I was talking to my uncle. I was talking to my uncle, right? This was before the game. And, when was this? Was it fight night? Saturday. Friday, Saturday, I talked to my uncle. He a Dallas fan. And I told him, I said, listen, if Dallas win this game, they're going to make the wild card. If they win this game, they're going to the playoffs. They're going to make the wild card. And I told him, I said, the Eagles is going to help them. They're going to make them win this game. He like, why you say that? Because I said, bro, we need 2 teams to come out of the NFC. You feel me? And we watched it, right? You know, Dallas won the game. You know, I told him it. And it happened. You know, Dallas will make the wild card. They will make the playoffs. we always get raped in these parlays. Everything is Vegas drawn. Everything is Vegas bound. Um, Sometimes you can see the shit. Even when it's bad calling, like when you watch the second half when Dallas scored a second touchdown, it was a lot of bad calling. The refs help shit out, and they fuck up parlays. These people fuck up parlays. I'm 41 years old. I've been watching the sport of football and boxing forever. My two favorite sports is that when it comes to basketball, I'm like, how can I say this? I'm like Jordan AI, Jason Williams, and motherfucking Kenny Anderson put together. That's my game. I mean, that's my game. You know, plus I'm a floor general if I run the point like Magic because I see the floor. You know, I see the floor. A point guard job is the master of the floor. Feed the people that need to be feeded. That's why you got a shooting guard. Your shooting guard is a motherfucker that you can count on that can shoot them threes. But this game, you got point centers out here. You got the fucking center running down, pushing point. Bro, take your big dumb goofy ass down there to that motherfucking bucket. And if I can't make it, none of us can't make it, grab that motherfucking rebound and put that ball back in. Or not get down there so I can throw this oop and feed you. These niggas don't do that no more. That's why basketball becomes so shitty. You know what I mean? Basketball becomes so shitty. Like football, you just got too many bad calls, too many bad plays. Even the kickoff return is ass, It's too much. It's too much. At the 5 yards, you can't touch the receiver, and you see the shit clear as day in the Cowboys and Eagles game. But I knew that the Cowboys was going to win. The Eagles was going to award them this victory. And well, the Eagles wasn't because you see when they first came out, they was doing what they was doing to the refs help Dallas out because the Eagles don't fuck with Roger Goodell. Fuck with. We're not going by the script. Can't none of y'all niggas beat us. So this is what we doing. The only way y'all can beat us is just the team and the ref beating us. And getting into basketball, man, Joel would be, the best thing to do is if you're not ready, you coming back playing like 2 games a week. The best thing to do is, man, heal, come back during All-Star break, heal, rest your knees, heal, come back All-Star break. Once we get into the postseason, you're 100% healthy. Now we got a true opportunity to win a championship with you and PG. But besides that, man, Maxi, VJ, they doing good, man. Grimes, Jabari, like these brothers is doing good, man. Just let Bono and Broomy come in and do their thing. Because you can use Bono and Broomy just to play the 4, help get rebounds. It's all about spreading the floor, but bringing weight, bringing size to the floor. You feel me? And listen, I'm going to keep it real, man. Fuck that. The Sixers, Cleveland Browns, y'all need a coach, come holler at me. I promise you, for the Cleveland Browns, you give me one full season, I promise you, we win 3-4 games. Because these niggas ain't winning nothing. I can beat a better record than these motherfuckers. I'm just keeping it tall. I'm just keeping it tall. And for the offensive line, protect your quarterback. It doesn't matter who's behind there. Protect them. Protect them, man. Protect them. That's all I can say. Protect them. Shout out to Shador. If I'm not mistaken, but he was like 1-1. He can do more. He can do more. It's just he got to be protected. He got to be protected and let him play his game. Because we watch what you call it, Markel Fultz come to the Sixers and he knew how to shoot and he stopped shooting. The nigga was like Sean Marion, couldn't shoot. But it's a lot going on in a lot of sports. A lot of parlays being fucked up. You can't say Vegas behind this shit, bro. Vegas is not behind none of this shit. Vegas ain't got nothing to do with none of that shit. And that's what we need to understand. Sometimes it's the coach, the players, and the rest, all in cahoots, and making sure their parlays is stacked right. It's not about Vegas. At the end, as long as they win, Vegas still got to break the bank. They still got to pay these niggas, and they still lose. So it ain't Vegas. But 2026 boxing, Yo, 2026 is gonna be lit. The only fight for Crawford is you gotta respect the rematch clause. You gotta respect the rematch clause. And this time, Canelo was gonna have therapeutic use exemption, how Bud had in his fight. Um, Now you can hide all of the steroids you could. Once you get a therapeutic use exemption, you know when they're gonna do. You know when they steroid up. I'm just letting you know. Don't believe me? Look it up. Now, Floyd had it against Pacquiao. Remember, Pacquiao's shoulder was injured. He was like, damn, why I can't get that? And then right after the fight, you get plugged up to an IV. What did you hide it? You feel me? What did you hide it? I'm on house arrest. You feel me? I go to the court. They label me a drug dealer. They label me a murderer. This is what I'm labeled. Nigga, I'm labeled a menace to my community. They can't say society no more, so they call it menace to your community. Yeah, what the fuck going on? What the fuck going on? Hmm. What's going on? To activate chat, please enable channel here. Nigga, oh, cool. My chat, cool, broski. This is why I say, like, these niggas that try to zap your shit. I haven't been going through nothing on this situation, bro. I'm about to hit 11,000 subscribers. I got 1,000 friends that don't get my notifications. Shout out my co-host Santos Boxing. He don't even get the notification to our channel so we can come up on here. You feel me? And it's like, this is what they do. These people play with us. These people play with us. And that shit be corny, yo. Don't play with me, nigga. Because at the end of the day, all of my niggas, we support ourselves. you know. And even if some of us getting paid off YouTube, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to build our platform, build our content, and get paid off YouTube. But you got bitch ass motherfuckers that's on the higher ups that want to bring you down and shadow ban you and do corny shit. I on this channel I beef with a lot of boxers. We can go to my Instagram. I can show you Bo Mac, Jamel Heron, Steve Nelson, the Haney's, Victor. I beef with all them niggas because I can't. I'm a stand up nigga. You understand me? I gotta tell the truth. It doesn't matter how I'm saying it, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna back them fighters up too. I just put the truth out there into the world, and you dissect it and believe what you want to believe. But at the end of the day, when I put it out there, you want to see like, damn, facts telling the truth. But at the end of the day, he's still defending the person that he's talking about. He's still defending him. I just got to give people a heads up so they can know what they dealing with. You feel me? It's like, for instance, you in the streets, right? You chilling with a nigga, but a person tell you, yo, that nigga's a rat. You looking like, oh, he ain't telling me where the paperwork at. Nigga, the nigga that's upstate that he told on got the paperwork. We showed this paperwork over 20 fucking years ago. Now you're just coming around getting off the steps, hanging with this nigga. We informing you, yo, this a rat. But what a nigga gonna say, well, I ain't see the paperwork. He ain't telling me. Nigga, since you was a kid, you learned that. You know the nigga who he sent to jail and sent upstate for fucking 35 years, nigga. But you still choose to hang with him. You feel me? You still choose to hang with him. But then when he do some fuck shit on your behalf, now you want to call him a rat. This is what goes on in every sport, especially with commentators. A lot of these commentators, they just want to interview certain people. I don't give a fuck about an interview. Even when I interview, I'm going to ask you the question that the trenches want to know. You feel me? You got bitch ass niggas that want to say, oh, he a casual. Niggas don't even know the definition of casualty, bro. They don't know the definition of casual. Casual, you get dressed up, you look sophisticated, nigga. I got a blazer. You feel me? I got my motherfucking vest on. I got a polo button up under that. You feel me? I'm gonna lay my blazer on, my khakis crease. I mean, depends what loafers you got. Gucci, Jimmy Choo. It depends what kind you got. Now, I mean, that's casual. A casualty of war is you're a liability. You don't mean shit to me. But then you got these people that are gonna put that shit together and say this. Nah, bro. Nah, we not doing that. We not doing that. We're not doing that. If there's a cheat that cheated motherfuckers, like the reason I come at Victor Conte, because Barry Bonds was my nigga. Jose Canseco was my nigga. Mark McGuire was my nigga. Nigga, yo, he fucked Sammy Sosa up so bad that nigga turned light skin. This nigga dyed his skin, bro. This nigga dyed his skin because of Victor Conte. Or could it be the steroid that he took? Mariam Jones, all of them Olympians back then, they gold been snatched from them because of this piece of shit. No, rest in peace, but ask his wife. The nigga told on his wife. But when he sat down, he said, damn, I got to get a doping agency. So soon he came home, who did he attack? WADA. WADA. Then he stole their name from them and took the W out and put the V. I just got to keep it tall. Especially when you see shit like this. Gloves busting open. Or when you see fighters skinning their glove, which putting too much tape up here. Or loaded wraps. Niggas putting tape on skin. Shout out Stitch the Rant. Stitch the Rant tell you, I can make it happen like that, or I can't. If you know how to wrap hands, you know the game. But to each his own, man. To each his own. To each his own. You know, other people will be like, damn, facts. You know, I got to give you the facts. That's why I say I don't let nothing marinate. We get straight to the sauce. Everything's saucy. Why? Because this is the Mayweather effect. This generation is under the Mayweather effect. And what is that is you let fights marinate too long. The fight got to happen now because it's not going to be the same later on down the line. Why? Because you never know if a fighter going to take a loss or not. We don't know that. So the fight's got to happen now. You feel me? Like when Ryan knocked Barrios out in the second half of the fight, yeah, we're going to be happy to see a rematch that comes with a unification. You feel me? Like with this Boots and Virgil shit, they're champions. They both interim champions. They both mandatories. And what you're fighting for? You're fighting for the interim title and your mandatory position. So what the fuck is people talking about? Yes, you can snatch the Ring magazine and have the Ring magazine as a title fight for that fight. Yes, you can. But we're not trying to see Virgil versus Spence. We ain't see Spence how long? In 3 fucking years? We ain't see Charlo going on 2 years. They can fight each other. Know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. You know, because at the end of the day, in 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019, shit, we can go all the way back to 1999. Ain't nobody give a fuck about the Ring magazine title. I'm just letting you know. I'm not shitting on the Ring magazine. I'm just letting you know. Because when Oscar purchased it, nobody cared. When Floyd Mayweather was Ring magazine champ, nobody cared. Because y'all always shitted on it. I watched some people say the dumbest shit. If Roy Jones Jr. became undisputed, how he's not a lineal champion? When it was only 3 belts. How the fuck Roy Jones is not a lineal champion if he's an undisputed champion, bro? When you become an undisputed champion, you become the lineal champion. I'm just done with niggas, man. I'm just done. I'm just done. I'm just done. You feel me? We're gonna take a little break right here. I'm gonna run and grab some more coffee, and we're gonna come back and cook. What joint I'm gonna play? I'm gonna play Clapback. I'll be right back, y'all. Take a coffee break right quick.
Turn a brick of salt to a crack rock. Pussy get full like a laptop. And your main thought shit, mascot. Run through the floor at the trash spot. Suicide doors with a glass top. Talk about money, you a had not. And my lawyer tough like Matlock. Soon up in the corner, hit a K-pop. Pull up in the sucker in the gray drop. Hit a nigga up, then I skate out. God lay low, then you fade out. Hit a nigga hole, take the safe out. 36 O's where you came bout. Send me fully loaded, blow your brains out. Hating on Louis with the hate bout. Gucci on the loafers and I'm stamped now. Clap back, whipping that cane, bagging a brick, fucking these hoes, drowning in 6, fork in the water, it's time to lock in. Pot on the stove, I'm at it again. Play with my order, I'm down in your man. Clip fully loaded, red dot on your head. VVS what? Watch cost a brick. Louis went gold, you niggas is sick. Back to this trap shit. Black K make 'em backflip. Pussy nigga, you a actress. Up a clip, got the trap lit. Kyle Lowry on the Raptor. 12 o'clock on the pastor. Throw 20 blow past you. You a sucker if you ask her. Turn a brick of salt to a crack rock. Pussy get full like a laptop. And your main thought shit, mascot. Run through the floor at the trap spot. Suicide doors with a glass top. Talk about money, you a had not. And my lawyer tough like Matlock. Soon up in the corner, hit a K-pop. Pull up in the sucker in the gray drop. Hit a nigga up, then I skate out. God lay low, then you fade out. Hit a nigga hole, take the safe out. 36 O's where you came bout. Send me fully loaded, blow your brains out. Hating on Louis with the hate bout. Gucci on the loafers and I'm stamped now. Clap back, Christian Dior. Dripped in my pores, laced in velour. Tipping these bras, Louis and Gucci, my wrist kinda frauds. They pay me, you sue me, your clip getting tossed. Lauren the Fuji, she tricked till she score. Fuck for a Lucy, protect on her arm. Choke on choker, my neck kinda gone. You hating, I got it, I flex when you frost. Fresh up off the back block. 2 4s in a glass pot. Talk oil on my cash stock. Fuck hoes at the trash spot. Twin turbo bought a fast drive. 30 on the hip, nigga, man down. I'm that nigga that can't stand now. Middle finger to the feds now. Clap back.
My apologies, y'all. My apologies. I thought I played the music, man. But we back. My apologies. But yes, anyway, ring 5 coming. Anyway versus Bam, right? Let's talk about it. Before I leave out of here, this is what I want to talk about. I had to get up and sit back the fuck down. From bantamweight all the way to 126, you can make weight. Bam is 5'6". Bro, I'm 5'4". My walk around weight is between 137 or 145, bro. And that's too much for me. But my walk around weight is that. When I was upstate, that was my walk around weight. But I was stocky, husky. Right now, that's still my walk around weight is like 130, 122. This is my weight class. Bam is 5'6". I'm watching the dumbest motherfucker saying that man can't make 122, 126. Bro, y'all gotta stop this, man. And yes, I'm calling it right now. If Bam and Inoue fight, Bam is gonna knock Inoue out. He's gonna knock him out. I'm just saying, he's gonna knock him out. Because when you see what Cardenas did to him, and Cardenas is an elite fighter. I watch people say, oh, he fought a cab driver. No, bro, that's his job. Because you're a fighter, it's either you own businesses, that you do smart things with your money. But you got certain fighters that get their check, still go to work with a 9 to 5, or create their own business but still go to work with a 9 to 5. Like, this is what these brothers do. What's the problem? You got to have a job to support your career, bro. You got to have a job. Ain't nothing wrong with that because the brother drive Ubers. But he's an elite fighter, nigga. And he went in there and you be seeing what he did anyway. Right? You seen that, right? What the fuck you think Bam do to me? Shout out Robert Garcia. But I watch people thinking that Robert teaching Bam that. No, nigga, that's Bam and his brother in Texas doing that shit, nigga. That's Bam brother. Bam is like that because of his brother, the world trainer. Bam like that because of him and his motherfucking brother, the world trainer. When they home, he's doing all of this shit. When he go to Robert Garcia gym, he just show like, listen, this is what I'm doing. Just, you know what, Robert got the sauce of doing a certain thing. And I'm not going to break it and fuck up the sauce. You better learn that shit. You hear me? The best fighter Robert ever had, I'm going to keep it real, is my nigga Mikey Garcia. His brother Mikey was a different type of animal. And the only animal that's behind that shit right now, I could say is, or you got, people want to mention Bam, but nigga, I'm mentioning Kid Art. Robert, yeah, Kid Art is a fucking problem. Kid Art, listen, let me tell you, the young niggas, the only The only soft person out of their camp is Virgil. I'm just keeping it real. It's Virgil. We all know that niggas gonna defend they stable mate because they under a certain training system with these brothers, but Virgil. Everybody else dogs. Everybody else dogs. But Kid Art, look out for that kid. Look out for Kid Art. I promise y'all, Kid Art coming out of Robert Garcia gym is gonna be the next guy. Insane. Punch my nigga name up. Shout out Kid Art. But I'm up out of here, man. Episode 27 was great. Shout out everybody that pulled up on me. Shout out to my broski Fast Life 35. As always, love my guy Fast Life 35. Shout out my brother, my nigga, Kendrell. Rel pull up everywhere. He pull up everywhere, give you the true facts just like I do. It's all about the mob, baby. Shout out my nigga H Money. We mobbing everywhere we fucking go. And that's a fact. You feel me? Shout out to my music. Shout out to my guy H Money, artist, Eddie Valero. But there's a lot going on in boxing. Dog season will be back next. That's what I'm saying. 2026 is about to be lit. Dog season will be back. Nas back to snatching niggas honor. You feel me? Nas 5 is back to snatching niggas honor. You feel me? The honor snatcher is back. It's dog season. 2026. You amateurs better buckle up. You about to get raped, Buttercup. Beat up. You feel me? I ain't mentioning all word like on some crazy type shit. Just punching on people, fighting and shit. But besides that, I'm up out of here. Hit that subscribe button. Shout out my guy Santos Boxing. Go over there, hit that subscribe button. Holla at Rel, hit Rel subscribe button. My guy Fast Life 35. Go over there, hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button here, hit that like button, hit that share button, share this shit. We're gonna take over the algorithm. I promise you, man. I promise you. Next year, it's to the roof is. Right now, we building. I'm still a million view nigga. I got millions of views. I'm still a million view nigga. You understand me? You can try your hardest, but the truth will always set you free. Everything in the dark come to the light. And you see how we shining, nigga. You see how we shining. And Shane Boxing. Comment on your shit. Comment on your shit. But I'm going to let my guy come. Because I'm a cookie. You feel me? I'm a cookie. You talking about all. This is no disrespect. But all that shit you doing, throwing trash bags in the fucking back of the garbage truck, and you boxing like that, bro, you got to put your shit together, man. You got to put your shit together. Keep that shit tight. 52 blocks, nigga. Keep that shit tight. You feel me? Ha. 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 Hit that shit all like that. Come up. Hit that shit all like that. Hit that shit all like that. Hit that shit all like that. You feel me? But you people don't know. People don't know. I'm up out of here. We out of here, y'all.